But just start
Yeah.
and see that how long you are pursuing this with the same intensity over a continuous period of time, and you're truly passionate about it. You start showing up on social media every day. Father would come and look at me and from behind and will ask, why are you posting these pictures? What do you get out of this? Do you
Yeah.
make any money out of this? And I will not say anything. I'll just keep posting. Me, my
Okay.
brother, and
Okay.
a friend. So 3 people turned up.
Did you get like, okay, maybe I'm not cut out for it? What advice do you have for someone who are starting their journey as a content creator or something as an influencer in the social media? What steps that they can take in this era to begin their journey? Hello everyone, this is Snigdha Biswal and today I'm sitting right in India at this cute Kruti coffee in my hometown Bhubaneswar, Odisha, and today I have the privilege of interviewing a versatile content creator, a dynamic food, lifestyle and a travel blogger, a TEDx speaker, Rohit Srivastava.
Hello, Snigdha, and thank you for having me on your podcast.
Yeah, and Rohit's journey is really interesting. And today's journey, we would deep dive into how you started your journey, what challenges you overcome, and basically, despite all the naysayers, how did you divert from a typical career path into this journey of as a full-time content creator and a successful one? So if you ever felt stuck and you are thinking about starting your journey as a content creator, this video is for you because this video especially will get into the exact steps, mindset shifts, and the habits that Rohit did to continue over the course of years despite all the naysayers and the challenges. So stay tuned. Okay, Rohit, so tell me about a little bit about your background and so that my audience knows how you grew up and what inspired you to become this amazing content creator that you are today.
So from the very beginning, it was a very the trajectory was pretty much decided that school karna hai, engineering karna hai, and then MBA,
Yeah.
and then getting a job. And um, so I finished my school in Stuart School, uh, Stuart Science College later. Then I went on to pursue my engineering from Annamalai University, electrical engineering. First year into engineering, and I knew that this is not my cup of tea. But now that you are into it, we completed engineering. Then I realized that probably marketing is where I'm pretty much interested. And I was very sure that I'll be pursuing MBA after my fun. So while my friends were preparing for, MTech and other things, but I decided to head on to, pursue my MBA goals. But in the final year of my engineering, I created a page as a
Okay.
hobby project called Foodies of Bhubaneswar Katak. So I used to be in my PG, I would cook for myself. Cooking was always my passion.
Interesting. Okay.
So that was the start actually. I would help my mom in the kitchen while chopping vegetables, and very neatly I would chop everything and I would keep it aside. And uh, so cooking was always the thing, and I would cook in my PG, and now I needed a creative outlet to show what I'm cooking, at back
Yeah.
home. And Facebook was Orkut was in its decline, or Facebook was the
Oh my
in
God,
thing.
Orkut. Yeah,
Yes.
it takes me back. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So Orkut, there used to be communities on Orkut, some Delhi-based communities. So I had seen a couple of communities back then. So inspired by them also, I created a community called Foodies of Bhubaneswar Katak. Uh, I would not post it on my personal page. So I will post it on Foodies of Bhubaneswar Katak. And when I created that, knowingly, unknowingly, I created one of the first food communities of Odisha. Back then, there was no such page which was bringing in foodies from the Twin City on one platform. Uh, and now, when I started posting, a lot of because the name was interesting, Foodies of Bhubaneswar Katak, a lot of people got associated with the page, and they would share what they, would cook at home. And then I started posting. So when I would come home back to Katak, I would go around places and I would eat food, and I would come back and write about it on Foodies of Bhubaneswar. I had this at so and so place, and people liked those, and they started sharing their experiences. and that's how the small community grew. But that was a hobby project. I pursued my MBA. First year into my MBA, I got placed in a industry association. I was working, then quit my first job, got into my second job. Till 2018, I was working in full-time job, and then I quit. And then I quit to pursue content creation, um, and completely immersed myself in the world of social media. And
Wow, that's interesting. What's interesting stood out to me is like you started with just fine chopping potatoes, tomatoes, onions, let's say whatever. And the design that was created, Rohit was like, I should do more of this. And then all your thing of like trying neighborhood food
yes,
and going back. Did you had a camera or it was just like
no,
blogging in
no.
terms of like written style blogging?
So it was more of pictorial content,
Reviews,
So
okay.
I would say I'm part of the second generation of bloggers, or the
Okay.
third generation probably.
Yeah.
First would be the newspaper
Yes. Yes.
restaurant reviewers. Second
Yeah.
would be the ones writing blogs on Blogger or WordPress. Um, then came our generation who
Reviews.
were writing these 800 words
Yeah.
or 600 word blogs on Facebook with a bunch of photos or a single photo. Um, and so I started off with that, and my go-to device was my camera or
Mobile
mobile
camera.
phone,
Okay.
mobile
Okay.
camera, and I would
Okay.
click pictures from that, and I used that for a very long time. I think for
Okay.
4 years. I
Wow.
would only post it. In fact, my first camera was not even a camera; it was an action camera. So I had no idea about like how to shoot content. So I just thought that it's cheap. I got a
Yeah.
SJ cam
Okay.
camera, so I thought it's cheap and it would do the job, and it didn't do the job. But that was a bad investment. So I have invested a lot of money in such things without knowing. I purchased a lot of equipment, gadgets,
Yeah.
which were not of much use to me. But
I think this is interesting. I want to harp on this because in today's era, there is no shortage of information.
information.
So if someone is listening to it and thinking that, okay, I want to start as a content creator, they focus on, I need to have the best gadget, best lighting and all.
Mic.
But what you are saying is when Rohit started his journey, he knew nothing about it. He just like, okay,
It's a
kam
spare.
chalao, sasta, does the job and let's roll with it. And that picked you in this kind of platform. So it was not wrong. It probably took you longer time or whatever. So what
Yes.
is your advice for someone who is starting as a content creator?
So
Like,
some if you are passionate about any given thing, it could be food, it could be coffee, it could be beauty, it could be comedy,
yeah.
anything, any genre, and you're truly passionate about it, you start showing up on social media every day. Do not worry about the gadgets. What happens is, what I have seen, and I've come across a lot of budding creators who started, on day one, they were super enthusiastic.
Yeah.
They go and shop, the entire Amazon cart is ready, and they end up with a camera, with a mic, with light, and all that jazz. And then the numbers don't come on social media, and they
Yeah.
are super disappointed. And then they stop doing what they are doing, the creating content, and then all of this investment that you invested with your hard-earned money, done. So uh, I would suggest start with whatever you have. Your mobile camera, these days the cameras are super good.
Yeah.
Every mobile comes with a 4K camera. You start with that. Have a decent audio setup. Starts anywhere from 1,500 rupees, 8,000 rupees, 25,000 rupees. But start with a good, decent audio setup is what I recommend. Even if you're using an iPhone, even in an organic way, it has a good mic.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
inbuilt mic is itself good. You don't need an additional mic, but just start
Yeah.
and see that how long you are pursuing this with the same intensity over a continuous period of time. And then when you are becoming good with your skill, or you are being recognized, one of the biggest creators of India, Bhuvan Bam, I think for the longest period, he would create content with one phone.
Oh,
And
okay.
I think he is one of the most followed YouTubers from India. uh, he would not play one character. He had a multiverse of characters,
Okay.
and it was all shot on one single mobile phone. For the longest period, he did not use a camera. So when someone like Bhuvan Bam can build an entire, empire
On a
based
single
on a single
camera.
mobile camera, so I don't think so. Whatever we are doing with food or with relatively any other genre
Right.
is not possible. Phone has given us immense power these
Yeah,
days.
that's true.
But then, as a creator, once you start doing good, the creator in you would always aspire to make your content better, and then it makes all the sense that you go upscale your gadgets to the next level. You get a good mirrorless camera, you get a better audio system, you get better
Yeah.
lights,
Yeah.
you get a rig, a gimbal or something. There's no end to it.
Yeah. You probably don't know this. I want to say this. When I approached Rohit online and I asked him, like, I want to start my journey as a content creator, this is the exact advice he mentioned to me is like, don't worry about the gadgets because my husband wanted to build me the entire podcast setup. I'm like, no, hold on. I don't want to invest in the gadget until unless like I have tested it out, I've tried out like how it works, and that works.
Yeah.
Because had I been invested a lot of money, I would have been disappointed with like, okay, it takes longer than you anticipate.
Yes.
The real work is to show up with whatever resources you have
Correct.
and every day and kind of like hone your skill and then gradually, maybe 1 year, 2 year, then gradually upgrade your
Upgrade,
gadgets.
Yes.
Okay, that's good.
So I started with a mobile phone, and when I started doing YouTube, I was very enthusiastic. I wanted to buy a camera, and with YouTube was not as vast as like with options.
Today.
We didn't have too many options. I would check for cameras, and then I came across this action camera. I thought that this is cheap. Let's begin with this. The action cameras have that fisheye
Yeah.
effect. uh, the earlier versions. These days, they're much better cameras, action camera. But when you are shooting food, that effect doesn't make food look good. So
Okay.
those cameras are good, but the genre that I was shooting, it was not good for that
That's
particular.
yeah.
So when I'm shooting food, the food would not look, appetizing.
Yeah.
It would not look good.
Yeah.
And then I again invested in a DSLR camera later on. So now I could have done with one camera now, but I had to buy two cameras now.
Yeah.
So that was something I could not make a well-informed decision. So that was a loss for me.
Yeah.
I would put that camera to other use later, but yeah. So that was my learning then. But even today, at times when I have to do something quick, I see something, I have to shoot immediately. First thing that comes out is my phone. Even today, with after all these years, I would still, at that moment, something has to be done. At that moment,
Instantly.
it's always the phone. But yeah, there's no end to the gadgets.
Okay. So no, that's important to know. Like, focus on your skill. Show up every day. And this is exactly what I want to ask. If we go back in time, ask Rohit when he was starting this as a hobby in 2016. He didn't know where this career would take. All you knew, like, you are passionate, you want to go forward with it.
Correct.
Like, who was your role model that you looked up to that inspired you to continue this journey at that time?
So 2012 to 16, so I was, it was purely hobby. There was no agenda to it.
Okay.
I was doing it because I just liked doing it.
Okay. That's the best part. Yeah.
I remember sitting at my desktop and posting these pictures on. My father would come and look at me, and from behind, and would ask, "Why are you posting these pictures? What do you get out of this? Do you make any money out of this?" And I will not say anything. I'll just keep posting. So even I knew that there's nothing coming from this.
Okay.
It was, but at that moment, the community was building. It was becoming into a stronger community every single day.
Right.
By 2016, I think Foodies of Bhubaneswar Cuttack had 50,000 plus followers on Facebook.
Okay.
2016, I had come up with Food Finder. That was an overnight success. That got some 20,000 group members.
Wow.
So it is a Facebook group. So that happened very quick. And Food Finder No, it's such an interesting name. It latches onto you when you
Yes.
food finder
Yes.
and these food raids that we used to do, these foodie meetups, they were a thing.
Okay.
Inviting
There was no Yelp or Zomato or anything like that.
Zomato
That's like
came very later. I think 19 or 20, I believe.
okay. So it was just you created the platform basically for the
So it was
foodies.
pre
Yeah.
Zomato over
Okay.
here. So foodie community meetups and all. When I remember when I first created this event called Food Raid, and I posted it's an open event. It's an open invite for everyone. Anyone looking at that invite, it's an open. You come over, we'll have
Yeah.
food, we'll split the bill, and that's the idea.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was the
Interesting.
first
Yeah.
event. I got 4 or 5 questions. What's a food raid? What are you going to raid? And then there were only 3 people.
Okay.
First event, me, my brother, and
Okay.
a friend. So 3 people turned up.
And this is important. I want to pause here. So 3 people turning into an event which you knew like you were anticipating probably more than at least 20, 25 people.
No, I was anticipating 5 to 6 people.
5 to 6 people and 3 people showed up. Did it get a
those
hit
were
on?
my people, my brother.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like you were like, क्या यार सिर्फ 3 ही लोग आए. Did you get like okay maybe I'm not cut out for it or like
No.
something?
First event, 3. Second event, again the same numbers, 3. 3 people,
Yeah.
same set of people. And I remember I was sitting at this place called Seasons Restaurant,
Yeah.
and I see one of my friend walking in. He had come to casually sit and dine there.
Okay.
I told him, you better sit here. And now I click pictures of
Okay,
all the people.
all of the people.
Even the first event,
Yeah.
when only 3 of us were there, I didn't show the faces of the
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
But I did click pictures.
Okay.
And I posted it.
Okay.
That the event happened. Second time also, the event happened with more food.
Yes.
Third time, I had attendance of 7 or 8 people. This time, me and my brother, and there were 6 other people who had turned
Yeah.
up. This was the first time that
Yeah.
something, I would say, a food raid happened, because this time these people had come on their own.
Okay.
They saw the invite and the previous pictures.
Yeah.
They had a FOMO and they came.
Yeah.
This time when we had more people, which meant more food on the table, and this time I went overboard with pictures that this big event happened. Now there was suddenly this FOMO. People who are, why were we not invited to this? And it's an open invite, come over. But then this interest around food rates happened, that a bunch of people came to this event. There's something interesting happening in the city.
Yeah.
And then we had 15 people in the next event. I remember it was happening at Yummy's restaurant in Satyanagar. We had 15 people. And then I was like, lo and behold, we have arrived. Now food raids were a thing. I started doing these events. Those became invite-only events, and then we would have limited seats in the event. It would be all sold out. It became an aspirational club.
Okay.
So people would want to be part of food raids.
Yes.
That was going great till 2020. After COVID, the behavior changed. I mean, how we interact with food.
Yeah.
In terms of experiences, in terms of community engagement. So I believe COVID was a big reset moment. After that, that 3 years break that happened in between, we were not able to organize these meetups. We have restrictions and all. That kind of changed the way the community engages with food or in these kind of events. But by then, what we had successfully done was building a very budding food community, food lovers.
Yeah.
Then last year was the first time when we reintroduced something in a different way. Now that the food community was built, we built these micro communities around interest groups.
Okay.
Now, say for example, you like beer, you like making momos. So we did these momo workshops. So now it is not about food in general, it is about one specific thing in general.
Niche.
And we saw interest happening. So Bhubaneswar Food Fest is a result of
Okay.
those
This
so micro communities around interest groups. So that happened in association with Motwani Constructions.
Okay.
Pankaj happens to be a friend. He was wanting to do some sort of food related activity, and we did this.
Okay.
So that's how
That's interesting. No, what interesting is how you fabricated the momentum. Because the first event, if you notice, it was him, his mother, his brother, and a friend, right? Three people. But that didn't stop Rohit from taking the photos, creating the event, creating the moment that the event did happen, and continuing with the momentum that the event is successful.
Yes.
The event existed, the event happened, no matter. Even for the second event, the same thing. I mean, I remember the first time that I did an event, it was just my close friends, but that hit me as a setback. I'm like, कोई नहीं आ रहा यार, like, and you need a strong mind and a strong mindset. That's what I wanted to emphasize. Like, Rohit kept his strong mind. First event, second event, third event, gradually people started coming. Gradually it became a bigger platform. But if you stopped after the first event, if he had stopped after the second event, none of this would have existed.
Now, when I look back now, I look at it this way. When I was doing it, I, I never thought about anything.
Exactly.
You know what? I was. When I look back now, I think probably I was too passionate about it. That I have to do it. When the vibe, nahi hua, next time we do it.
Yeah.
We flip some, permutation combination change किया. कटक में नहीं हो रहा, भुवनेश्वर में करते हैं. We did, and it would happen, and it did happen. So, few years back, I was attending this meta event in Mumbai, and Nas Delhi was there, and something I resonated on this. So he said that he would do these 1 minute videos every day.
Yeah.
And I think it was in Thailand or somewhere. He was super sick, and he was unable to get out of the bed. And probably on that day, that the streak would have ended. And he was not getting any views.
Right.
So he was anyway disappointed with that. But he said that I was about to give up, and then I thought that let's go out and still make a video. And I still did a video, and I posted it. And when I woke up next day, this particular video exploded.
Oh my God.
When I think of it, if I would have not got out of my bed and I would have made that video, I think whatever you see today, Nastel, it wouldn't have happened, because for me that moment was that one video that clicked. So, at that moment I was thinking of my journey, and I look back on that. If I would have not done that second event, or would have given up after the second, the third event wouldn't have happened.
Exactly.
Probably none of this would have happened, because probably that event happened, the community grew stronger,
Right.
the presence of the community, food raids played a major role in building the community.
Yes, because it was pre-Zomato era as well.
Yeah, and community building will not happen unless until you are not doing these meetups. Not everything can be virtual. It has to have that physical meetups happening.
Yeah.
So that played a very crucial role. If that wouldn't have happened, probably you and me were not discussing this today. So
that's true.
So that played a role. So I was sitting there and I was thinking of my story, and I realized that yes, even if it is not working at that moment, keep trying. एक बार और. You never know. If you at least have that conviction, okay, this will work. It will eventually work. आज नहीं किया, कल नहीं किया, परसों करेगा. So it will eventually.
You seem like you always knew, like you had the conviction. You never deterred, like nahi ye nahi chal raha hai. Like no matter what the drop. So you never thought about quitting. There was never a phase like you quit. Did your parents pressure you in terms of like क्या कर रहा है यार, like तेरे job करने की उम्र है, तेरे friends ये कमा रहे हैं, तेरे ये, like, because during the starting you probably didn't have the funds for it.
You are always around. This is such a thing, because one, it is not conventional.
Yeah.
You are doing something which half of the people, 80% of the people don't understand.
I would go to the stretch of 90%.
Yes, they don't understand. They are still ask likes आने से, कितने likes आने से पैसे आते हैं, कितने views आने से पैसे आते हैं. Now I don't bother to explain, because as long as I am doing fine. I
Yes.
don't need to go out and explain anyone probably that how do I. But initial days, the only people who mattered to me, I mean, I have to explain, are my parents. So with that, what I realized was, and it is not going to be easy. It is
Yes.
always difficult because we come from middle class families. We have seen our parents working and getting a salary home, and that is the only way we
Right.
have learned that this is probably how you make money. Apart from that, we don't know anything else.
Yeah.
And in fact, that happened with me after I quit my first job. I was hit by this startup bug, and so before Food Findo, I made a business. I had another startup that started and crashed landed immediately.
Okay.
So I was a co-founder of a wedding aggregator website.
Wedding aggregator website.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
So something you have in US, Wed Me Good,
Wed Me Good. Yeah.
something on
Yes.
those
Yes.
lines.
Okay. Yeah.
So I think Wed Me Good was there. In India, it was Shadi Saga, and mine was Wed Fabulous. So you can plan your entire wedding with a budget.
And that was
Great.
your own money.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yes. So
Okay.
whatever I had saved
Yeah.
in these 2 years of my
Yes.
job,
Okay.
I put all of that money
Yeah.
into this.
Yeah.
Wrong city, wrong time, wrong place. I everything. So I didn't know. I just straight away I felt this is good. We can do this. I made it, and then when I went to the market, there were no takers for it. Nobody plans a wedding on a website.
A
Back in
website. Yes.
2016 at
Yes.
least.
Yes.
Uh, I would ask my chacha tau, bhai,
Yeah. Yes.
that recommend me who's the
Yeah.
best
Yeah.
caterer. I
Yeah.
would not trust a review on a
Exactly. Yeah.
platform, at
Yeah.
least in 2016. There were no takers. Flung. I had exhausted all my money. Um, and now is desperate ki what do I do? Because all I have known is that you have to earn money through. So I
Yes.
went back to
Yes.
a job again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all of this was happening during the same time. This food finder thing was still, as I would never look at it as a
Okay.
money making.
Money making, which is passion.
It was pure passion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there was no intent of monetizing it. 2018. But then around the same time, brands started approaching, and then they said, we want to commercially collaborate, and then I had to finally monetize the platform. 2018, I finally took the move that because two things are not happening together,
Yeah.
and completely got into this. So, but what happened, what changed for my parents, and was when they saw that whatever I aspire to, what do we aspire? The materialistic things, the
Yes.
good
Yes.
life, it pays my bills, it gives me a good life. That's it, right? If I can pursue all of it with whatever I am doing, this unconventional job,
Yeah.
then I'm certainly doing something fine.
Fine. Okay.
That
As long as you're not doing chori daka,
yes,
these
and
things
as long
that
as
is,
asking
yeah.
them for money,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that gives them the confidence.
Yes.
Any parent would be confident about their child if they see that he's doing fine, without any external support, or probably doing better than what he's
Yes.
doing. So you have to convince them through your actions and
Not
not by
words.
just
Wow.
rebel. Okay, कि नहीं मेरे को तो यही करना है.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then you fall flat on your face, and then you were like, see, we told you.
Yes, yes. That's interesting what Rohit said. Like, he did it with his own money. He first proved it through his actions, even if it didn't work out. But he did not ask money from his parents. He went back to job to support his passion project. So that's the key there.
And this is a thing where you actually, like any business, you don't have to have a major investment. It's a service based industry. So
Yeah.
all you need to have is a good phone, a decent phone,
Yeah.
probably to just begin with, and bunch of ideas.
Okay.
And then you go out and
Test it
you
out.
keep doing what you have to do. So होता है ना कि we want to start something, there is a blockage, or I have to invest so much. In this field, if you have a bunch of ideas, if you're really passionate about something, you can dive into it straight up, and there is
Yeah.
continuing whatever you're doing. If you are in a conventional job, you can still follow your job and you can still do this.
Yeah.
And I don't say that everyone has to quit their job in order to pursue this.
Right. Right.
There are a lot of people who are successfully handling both of the things. At one stage, I couldn't. For me, my job working hours were 8 o'clock to
Yeah.
5 o'clock. So 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and then 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock, I would be doing this.
Oh, okay.
So it would be very exhausting overall.
How long did you do that for?
I did this for a very long, for 4 or 5 years. I would
Okay.
have done this. So
Yeah.
my first job was 9 to 5. The next job was 8 to 5.
Okay.
So I think all of that period. So on many days after 5 o'clock, I would fix my meetings for
Okay.
shoots or
Okay.
anything.
And none
not
of the
at-
days you were like, yaar, tired ho gaya hu, ye kuch, like if you're not getting the feedback during the initial days where you're not exhausted and like what kept you motivated? The hunger, the passion, I'm guessing that.
Um, I think वो वाला phase I have not faced. I have not actually faced that बहुत बार.
Yeah.
आता है. There
Yeah.
have been
Yeah.
dips many
Yeah.
times. Mm, even if I'm getting say 100 likes, अभी भी आते रहते हैं
Yeah.
बहुत सारे
Yeah.
videos
Yeah.
में. The video would not just move after
Yeah.
all that effort that you
Yeah.
have put. But I know आगे वाले videos will click. मतलब हो जाता. मुझे
Okay.
अफसोस कब होता है if I'm working with a brand and the videos probably didn't turn up because didn't get me the desired result.
Okay.
I
It's
get
like you're
disappointed.
working for someone
Yes,
else
for
and you promised
brand,
something and it
yes.
didn't work out. Yeah.
In terms of deliverables,
Yes.
they would be expecting that it helps
Yeah.
their business in some way.
Yes.
And if that doesn't, then it's. But every number on my channel is all organic.
Okay.
I rarely boost anything
Okay.
in organic way. But I've never felt that हो गया खत्म नहीं करना यार इसको. I might have reinvented myself in terms of my content delivery over 3 or 4 times in the past whatever years I've been doing it. My earlier content that you would see on YouTube to now what I post, it's very different.
Yeah.
There are, and you have to continuously keep evolving as per the. I cannot keep up with the trend all the time,
Yeah.
but you have to keep up and be relevant with what's in need right now.
Exactly.
Otherwise, if you're very stiff with it, know that this is me, I'm going to be like this always, then you are done.
Yeah, you might limit yourself to just handful of audience
Handful
or
of
even not
audience,
that.
yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Do not. I have seen a lot of people taking the higher ground, model ground. हम तो ऐसे ही हैं, हम ऐसे ही करेंगे. This is whoever wants to associate with me. Not always.
Not
I mean,
always, yeah.
what happens is then you are not relevant.
Yeah, yeah.
Relevancy के पीछे भागोगे, you will burn out.
Exactly.
I know that, but
This
then
is a sweet spot, like
there is
yeah.
where you have to have that balance जहाँ पे you satisfy your own creative side also, and you also resonate with the audience with what they want. If the platform needs shorter content, I preferred always putting those longer videos. For a very long time, I would put 1.5 and beyond with long videos as reels. It doesn't work now. People like it crisp.
Yes.
So now I found that 1 minute, 10 seconds का spot जहाँ पे I would try to wrap as much as, because I want to say it in my way, जैसे मैं explain करके करता हूँ. I would have that, but I'll cut down on the time part also, so that I'm sync with what the platform also demands. So you have to keep थोड़ा बहुत reinventing yourself, your style of delivery, how you. If you'll go back to my old videos, I'm very stiff with my, how I present or how I speak or.
But that's something comes with experience. Like the more videos you do, you try to like, hey yaar, ye to, like first when you're starting, everything is important. Ye miss ho gaya, ye miss ho gaya. As gradually you're like, chal yaar, like it's fine.
I would get inspired from a couple of people. I would try to be like उनकी तरह, and then that's all part of learning. And then I would find that नहीं हो पा रहा है. मतलब this is me. आप मेरे से जैसे ऐसे बैठ के बात करोगे, you will find me in my videos also pretty much the same. So I think after some time you find that style of yours,
your authenticity.
Because people relate with that.
That's true. And the closer you are to your authentic style.
Yeah.
That means even if the camera is on, even if anyone is filming, you're just yourself.
Yeah.
Like if I'm talking to Rohit without the camera, he's as is. So he doesn't have to pretend someone, he doesn't have to do the extra work. That cuts out the fluff, and you are in a more better position to show up daily like that, your authentic
There
self.
is more clarity then, I
Yeah.
mean, in your thoughts, in what you want to. If I'm talking about food, how I'm feeling right now after taking the first bite,
Yeah.
I can explain. But if I am very rigid that I have to show up like this, there will be so many things,
In
ये
the
ऐसे word
background,
बोलना है,
in the
वो word बोल,
background. Yeah,
so
yeah,
there's
yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of noise,
Yeah.
too much of effort, and otherwise, if you just be you, and people like you, for people don't relate with anything. They do not relate with how beautiful the video looks
Yeah.
or what kind of gadget was used. They only relate with your personality
Yeah. And the connection.
and the
Yes,
connection.
yes.
On social media, that's it. That is the reason you will see a lot of these mobile made videos would get millions of views. People like that originality and that personality of an individual more than any gimmick that you would
Yeah.
put up.
It sounds like with all this conversation halfway through that you were wired as this wise person. You have like this strong iron mindset beliefs, like kuch bhi failure hua, you get up. You know like how to tweak your mind. Did you ever like have any kind of like mindset shifts, or do you study someone, or how all this wisdom is coming into Rohit's mind? Like,
um Study तो नहीं किया, but
is it
it's just
experiment?
experiment.
Okay.
Some things worked, something didn't work. um so and the life has been topsy-turvy all the time, so you have seen a lot of things, and then
Yeah.
you realize that if you just cut out all that noise,
Okay.
life, put your head down and just do what you
Right.
have to
Right.
do,
Okay.
it becomes relatively easy
Okay.
to. Otherwise, this space is such that there's a lot of noise all the time.
Okay.
And when you are there, there are many ways on how you can get distracted to so many other things, and
Okay.
then you're out बहुत जल्दी,
That's true.
मतलब you're
Okay.
over. So now,
So minimalism.
min-
Minimalism,
yes,
you know your passion, you have to
you have
get
to do
there.
this.
Like that's it. The route, the tactics and tricks, everything can differ,
Yes.
and it would be personal to you.
Yeah.
And you get to know only with experiment.
So this
And
is
the
my
sooner,
baby. I have
okay.
to,
Yeah.
wherever it goes from here to there, it's
Awesome.
my thing. So I just whatever I do, the picture is there कि
Yeah.
it has to be done. So good or bad, जो भी हो रहा है
Yeah.
वो इसके लिए हो रहा है. तो
See, he's laser focused. This is my baby. I'm learning on the job how to grow this baby, and I pivot and tweak and whatever comes into the play. Yeah. And you travel a lot for your job. And he eats a lot, but he looks lean and fit. So we want to know, like, what does Rohit does, even if he's traveling? What is his lifestyle? What is his fitness habit? What does Rohit do to keep himself fit, despite being
this
a
is
food blogger?
this is the most asked question. अभी I recently came back from this Pune and
Yeah.
Bangalore trip.
Yes.
And I posted a lot of stories, and interestingly, the entire lot, the spam was all about food.
Okay.
Okay. And I might have received a bunch of questions, some very direct, like, तुमको कुछ खा के कुछ होता नहीं है? And
Where does all that food go?
हाँ,
Yeah.
somebody told me that मैं चावल का दाना भी खा लूँ तो मैं
I bloat.
bloat.
Yeah.
And see, so there are. This sounds very actually, theoretical, but it is actually a fact how I operate with in terms of food. When you see me shoot
Yeah.
for my, which if there is a if there is a shoot where जहाँ पे deliver मेरे को करना है कुछ, है ना, content, collaboration. So you see that food. So I am a professional taster now.
Okay.
I eat in very small portions. See, if I am doing this for the past 10 years and I would be eating out almost every day, I
Yeah.
would not be continuing this
Yes.
probably.
Yes.
Food that we eat out has tastes good, but in the long run, I'm not getting any younger.
Yes.
It will start showing up
Yeah.
at some stage. And uh, so 2020, I believe 2020, I consciously, earlier I would be shooting a video and I would be maybe say biryani, ठीक है, biryani कटेगी, I would literally drooling. I would be like, what if I just drew this handy? I would look at mutton, I would drool, and I would prefer, hogging onto food.
Yeah.
But
Because it is really hard. Like if the food is really good, the
yes,
camera is rolling. Rohit is like, "Arey yaar, khatam karne de ye plate ko, please."
yes. So it
Yeah.
was very difficult. But then this happened that, like I would look at food and I would feel like puking. So this also happened. I
Okay. Yeah.
became
Yeah.
so averse to food that I felt that I'm done effectively. नहीं हो पाएगा. It took me long to come out of it.
Okay.
That happened about 2020 time. So
Okay.
I took a conscious break from eating out. I was just having home food, and but then when I got back, I limited myself to only portion size,
Okay.
small portions.
Okay.
So during shoots, I eat very small portions.
Yeah.
By then, I had also previously also I used to do brisk walking. That was my only physical activity that I
Okay.
would do for
Okay.
morning walks and runs. And that too, I do not do crazy 10 kilometer. It means hardly 6 7 kilometers, and or at max 8 kilometers, and I would be back. Even for my cycling, I would do.
Okay.
This would be I have a fixed stretch. I do this and I come back. 1 hour
Okay.
morning is
Okay.
dedicated to this.
Okay.
I do this and come back. That continued. But again in 2023, I again had the same thing. I would
Right.
look at food and
Yeah.
I would just, I'm done.
Yeah.
I took a reset. I went to Rishikesh.
Oh, okay.
I did
Okay.
this retreat.
Yes.
And I had sattvic food for 5 days and 6 days, and I found my lost mojo back. It was
Okay.
that reset that probably my gut needed.
Yeah.
But what I realized was that with food, you have to be super conscious on what you are consuming.
Yes.
So during my shoots, I compartmentalize and I eat that way.
Okay.
When I'm heading out with my friends, family, or if I'm just going out alone to eat, I go with that intention. I enjoy my food.
Okay.
So when you see me posting these during trips, that Bangalore and Pune post that you saw, I
You were
was enjoying my
Yeah,
food.
exactly.
But a lot of times when you see me for the shoot, I taste food, I appreciate the food, but I don't consume the quantity,
The quantity,
that
okay.
you would
That
think.
makes
So
sense.
a
Yeah.
lot of people are with me, my
Yeah.
teammates are there, so
Yeah.
we consume the
They can. Okay.
together,
Yeah.
we finish the food. But during work, it is mostly tasting, and during these
Leisure time, your personal time, you
yes,
enjoy the food.
I
So
enjoy the
yeah,
food.
you're not like refraining yourself from
No.
not enjoying
So
the food.
I prefer enjoying all the food.
Okay.
I like lots of food on the table.
Yeah.
So I like if people are around and if my company enjoys food similarly. So we have
That's
lots
my
of
husband.
options.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a foodie. I'm not. So he jokes that I don't have a palate because I see food as like macros form. इसमें protein कितना है, carbs कितना. I have turned myself into that. Whereas my husband is more foodie, so I'm like I was more excited to have him meet you because wherever you go, he would be the best person to finish all the food. Yeah.
Yeah. So I like lots of food on the table.
Yeah.
You should have multiple options.
Yes.
So ये भी खा ले, वो भी खा ले,
Yeah,
सब चीज में
yeah,
से खा
buffet-
सके. And
buffet style.
yes,
Yeah.
and so that happens when we are traveling, when we
Okay.
are going out with friends or like-minded friends. If
Right.
if you can enjoy food, that happens separate. So
Okay.
there are two ways to it. Apart from that, the morning ritual of walking, running, cycling,
Okay.
whatever on that day.
Okay. Even if traveling,
Even while
you
traveling,
find time.
on days I would no. While traveling, it often I miss out on it.
Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah.
Because priorities are different. Morning, I have to probably rush to some breakfast place which opens early morning.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yes.
I give it a break during those times. But when I'm back in the city, I resume.
I wanted to ask you an important question in terms of like tasting food. moment you eat something, you didn't like it, or it didn't turn out, were you pressured to say it for?
Never.
So you say, if it's not good, how do you muster like courage to say the truth, even if it hurts someone?
No, I'd say this directly to the owner.
On the camera? Out.
No. So what happened? I do not feature the dish.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if I do, so there are 6 items and I
Yeah.
didn't like 2 of them,
Yeah.
I will not feature them in the video.
Oh, I
So I'm
see.
not
I see.
recommending those 2
I see. I
items.
see. Okay.
I do not see if my good reviews can bring someone business, my bad reviews can also.
Also, yes, yes.
It could be one
definitely.
bad day in the kitchen. It could be a new team at work. They need a little more push.
Yeah.
It could be someone's entire saving that he has invested in that
Yes.
business.
Yes.
And one bad review can actually
Yes.
tank them for a long period.
Yeah.
So I definitely share that review with the owner at that moment that
Yeah.
this doesn't taste right.
Okay.
And you need to rework on this. A lot
Yeah.
of owners take it as a constructive criticism. They work on it.
Yeah.
But I do not feature the dish
Okay.
on my video. I only feature those dishes on the video
Yeah.
which I feel are good and I would recommend to anyone. And most of the places that I visit are the places that I truly I don't work with a lot of brands. I work with limited number of brands, but these are the brands where I would personally walk in. I would take my family. I would
Yeah.
go and eat out.
Yeah.
So in a lot of places uh, you will see me at some later stage also. So these are the places where I frequently go, or
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
actually prefer going. So I would not recommend anything where I would not go.
Go. Okay. Okay.
So that's something that I strictly maintain, that
Okay.
I will not recommend anything that no matter there's money or there's no money, I don't.
I see.
No.
Okay.
It has to be something that I would consume
Yes.
or I would have with my family, and then only that I would recommend that to
Okay.
on my viewers.
That's important. The reason why I asked that question, maybe it is not relevant to the food blogging, maybe during your corporate one, is confronting someone like senior or someone who is paying for you, like confronting and saying the truth where it hurts. There is an art to opening up and saying that, so that the person takes it as a constructive criticism, or if there's lashback, how do you
That is the
act?
reason I was not in the corporate for very
Yeah,
long.
exactly. So most of the audience are corporate professionals where you have to deal with your manager or someone else, or you are in a large setting meeting. Like, how do you say the bitter truth? Well, I guess it's not applicable. Do not do the stunt of going and telling your manager XYZ. Well, okay, don't.
I do not sugarcoat ever with anything, even during my corporate
Corporate
days.
job.
Also, I was very.
Do you have any stories where you were upfront
I
with your
have, but
manager?
it's like
I guess they don't mind now. You're not working with them.
no.
They're probably
one
referring
of
to.
my first bosses. I have learned a lot from her. I
Yeah.
give a lot of credit to her. Whatever I learned back then, I still use it. In even in this setup
In this,
also.
okay.
Uh, those were life lessons that I picked. Uh, they were second and third in line
Right.
after her, and I didn't have that grade. So what giving it back wala hota hai na,
Yes,
and not
yes.
thinking twice wala.
I
I
see.
applied all of that with them.
Okay. Okay. It didn't
Senior
work.
level.
Yeah.
I was not wired for that hierarchy. So
yeah.
um, it was not. I was not just wired that way.
Yeah.
If I felt this is right or this is wrong, my working beyond my office hours was not my thing. I would say that I'm done for the day.
Okay.
I can't keep up if you arrive at
Yes.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it was not particularly liked for those qualities. So
But you found something else to fill up that time, 5 to 10
yes.
p.m. Okay.
No, but see, that 9 to 5, I was not doing anything else. I was doing only what I
Yes,
was
yes.
supposed to do. So
After 5 p.m.
after 5
Yeah.
p.m. is my time.
Yeah.
And I would not, even if I don't have food for me to take care, I just probably have to take my dog out for a walk. I would do that. Why would I stay back? So
You
was
were
not.
clear with what you want,
yes.
and you were pretty fixed with that mindset. Okay.
So I cannot, a lot of people would, I've seen that, they would, not in my second job. My second job,
Okay.
everyone was in sync,
Yeah.
5, and that work culture was very good. They were like, 5 o'clock, nobody is there. Everyone goes out. But in my previous experiences, I've seen that people tend to stay back.
Yeah. It's important to find out a job and a setup that works for you. If
Yeah.
current doesn't, that doesn't mean like you have to quit. Find a setup that works for you.
Yeah.
Find a work culture that works for you.
During my days of desperation,
Yeah.
I once joined a sales profile
Yeah.
and it was insurance sales. Okay. And very difficult. With all due respect to people who are in the field, they are super. I was not cut out. I was not
Yeah.
good at selling.
Yeah.
So my thing is very simple. I can sell what I believe in. I mean,
That's true.
I just couldn't convince myself.
Exactly.
So since I was unable to convince myself with this product, I was unable to
Yes, you
approach
would not
anyone.
be able to connect, and yeah, that's the core piece. Like if you're selling something, you need to believe that that's going to
Correct.
work. That would bring the conviction in. Yeah.
3 months in there, I
Yeah.
was out of the.
I'm imagining you walking up to a client, you're trying to sell. Forget it. I don't believe in that. It's fine. You don't have to buy it. Oh God.
I was very bad at it. So, but people who are good at it, they're super. They can sell it to anyone.
Okay.
They're super at their work. I was everywhere. I was like clueless. What am I supposed to do? What is the pitch?
Yeah.
So, but then I also realized that when it comes to this field, Food Findo, and when I'm explaining something about social media to someone,
Yes.
I know this thing in and out. So for me, convincing this person, and at times there's some amount of consulting that also happens. Tell us, what do you suggest that what should work in our case? We consult brands and tell them that take it, confirmed. You do this will work for you, and most of the times it works.
It works, yeah.
So that conviction comes from a place because I'm sure of what I'm doing, and I'm very confident about how things work here.
Yeah.
But in certain cases, at times you're not so confident about certain things.
And if you don't have reputation under your belt,
Correct.
like during that time, because you have done so many reputations, this strategy, this framework would work. With that sales, you don't like the product, you don't believe in it, you're just following someone's playbook.
Yes.
So how would you bring the conviction into and say like this would work? Yeah, so that's so we're almost close to wrapping up. So I want to say, like, what advice do you have for someone who are starting their journey as a content creator or something as an influencer in the social media? What steps that they can take in this era to begin their journey?
So if you are truly passionate about any genre that you are picking up, you keep showing up every day, whatever frequency you choose in a week, but consistently you keep showing up. It's a brutal space. You don't show up to work one day and you're out of job probably. Do not get into this with that expectation that day one and I'll start making money. I always keep saying this, though, everywhere I have been asked this, I would say that the only thing you will earn probably is disappointment.
Yeah.
Because not everyone that gets into this is sure is going to make money out of it. Money making will be incidental, will happen at a later stage. For some people, it might have worked, but there are several more people for whom it didn't work. They came into this, they got disappointed, and they said, this is not a good space to be. If you're truly passionate about something, what will happen is, even on the days of lows, when you are not getting those numbers, when you're not getting the traction, it will still, you still turn up to work next day. You will not say,
that's the signal. Yeah.
So for me, when you ask me, what motivated you next?
Yeah.
For me, it doesn't matter if my next 10 posts are going to give me 1,000 views. Even if I'll stop doing all this collaboration commercials, I'll just pack up everything. I'll go back to a job maybe someday. I would still enjoy making content because I enjoy, at least at this stage, I'm enjoying making content.
Yeah.
I just enjoy the whole process of it. You go to a place, I see, what will resonate with the audience. I just like the whole process of it. So I enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
And even if it is not giving me the desired results, I will still make the next set of videos
Yeah.
till the next one clicks.
Right.
So if you're truly passionate, do it. Do not aspire कि some result ऐसा हो जाएगा. But once you start getting results, you have a goal.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have a goal, you know you can't score if you don't have a goal post
Yes.
to goal.
Yes.
So you know that this is where you want to go. You want to be fixed on one genre, that this is what I'm going to focus on. But before that, enjoy. But basically we have to, it should be a playground. You
Yes.
should enjoy the process.
Yeah.
For that to happen, if you will keep too many resistance in your processes,
Yeah.
if you bring in too many processes, you will just not enjoy the
Yeah.
process of doing it.
You'd stop creating basically for what you
Correct.
want to create.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I have done that mistake, and when what happens is we often look up to certain creators
Yeah.
who are our. I would look up to Mark Wayans. I would look up to Anthony Bourdain. I would look up to Casey Neistat. I would try to be them.
Then them.
Nobody wants a second Casey Neistat or a Mark Wayans.
That's
or
true.
they want to see you.
You.
So you have to be you, because you will find an audience in these 3 billion users. You will find who will resonate with your style of
Exactly.
content. So they will find you interesting, and they will follow whatever you post. So finding your own style, being consistent with what you do, being passionate about what you do, and then only doing it. I think these are some of the key things. If you keep this in mind, there's no end to it. You can keep improving.
So basically, I love what you're saying is keep doing, and it's important to enjoy the process because our human brain always thinks of an as a result. Let's say I want to lose weight. I'm looking at six-pack abs. I'm not looking at the process of going to gym, eating healthy, consciously choosing, even if I'm going out with friends, to choosing to eat healthy when my friends are partying, beer, alcohol, whatever, because that doesn't align with my goal. What you're saying is you loved your passion so much that it doesn't matter even if you are like doing anything, you revert back to this thing.
I was reading this book, Atomic Habits. So
Yes.
there's
Yeah.
this
James Clear.
So he's mentioned this, the first step.
Yeah.
So six packs, for
Yes.
example. The first task is to step out of the home
Yes.
and get into your shoes.
Yes. Yes.
Maybe you just do that
That's
for the
key.
next 10 days.
Yeah.
So same with this. I mean, with content creation, the first
Just
thing
put
is
on the
just put
camera
on the camera
and speak. Yes. Yes.
Speak, post a picture, whatever the food right in front of you, click
Yeah.
a photo, write about it,
Yes.
whatever you feel.
Yeah.
कुछ नहीं समझ में आया, story डाल दो, but something goes
Something.
up.
The output. You need to create, not words. You say, like, what I'm realizing is I'm on an India trip. I'm on vacation. And this is my first video that I've created in a cafe setting and speaking to a blogger. This is my first time. And I was so nervous. Like, I was so nervous that, yeah, like, I don't know India's setting. I don't know how I would do. I was just sitting in the corner on the ground floor, and I was cornered. I said, okay, I'll just speak. The audio comes out bad, everything. Fortunately, Rohit knew the entire building. We got a better location, better setup, everything for Rohit. But I was prepared to just roll with it.
Yes.
So that's what you're saying. Just roll with it.
Whatever the setting may be, just
roll with it. Okay.
Cool. For me, when I would go to these, I realized I thrive in chaos. Chaos not as in a life chaos, but in chaotic places. Like if it's a busy street.
Yeah.
Earlier, I would be a little conscious of people around.
Yes.
Now I thoroughly enjoy when
you have desensitized it. Yeah.
Yes, so you walk into Purani Delhi mein, Delhi 6 area, and I would just enjoy people around, all that buzz, all that food action happening. Be there, talk about food. Just वो हो जाता है with process, because I that enjoy this whole thing so much कि वो अब पता नहीं चलता that there are
it's a white
10
noise for
people.
you.
Yes,
it's a
so
white
you have
noise.
this bubble around you.
Yeah.
You are in your own zone. So whatever the setup may be, whatever, just
okay,
करते रहो.
See, just karte raho. No matter what, just show up. Thank you, Rohit. I want to end up with a rapid fire round. We'll see what Rohit is coming up with, a one word answer or one sentence answer.
Okay.
And he is born and brought up in Cuttack?
Born in Banaras, brought up in Cuttack.
Brought up in Cuttack. Okay. So, what would be your go to food in Odisha? Like what you love?
Comfort food would be mutton rice on a Wednesday, on a Friday,
okay.
on a Sunday at one of my favorite places. You know, I have couple of places where I prefer
Okay.
going. So
Mutton rice. And
it's
I
a
got
home
to
style
try
mutton
that.
curry.
I got to try it. I need to try that. I'll take few places from you. Then what else would you do? Like one habit over the years that is non-negotiable. You still follow that. Any kind of habit.
Habit, non-negotiable habit. It's a difficult.
I mean,
So,
no matter what low days, you're like, no, I need to write something or I need to do a
oh
brain
yes,
dump
I
or
do this.
meditation.
I do this journaling almost every day.
Okay.
I have this purge writing.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you write and
Yeah, kind of like all the negative thoughts or something, or just
every
a brain dump.
morning, 12 minutes.
Okay.
On my Alexa, there's a timer set for
Okay.
12 minutes. It reminds me after 12 minutes. So till 12 minutes, that one page, half page,
Just
whatever
write
comes to
whatever
my
comes
mind,
to your mind. Okay. What does that
every
do for you?
just clears my mind.
Okay.
Every morning I wake up with bunch of things in my head. Whatever I feel like after this, I meet someone or something.
Yeah,
Whatever I
yeah.
felt, probably I write that,
Okay.
and I would never even go back to that page again.
Page. Okay.
After a bunch of days, I might remove that page and
Right.
just dump it also.
Yeah.
But at that moment, the 12 minutes, that is every single day, this diary on my
Okay.
study. First things, so if I come back from a walk, I would read a couple of pages on any of these books, and then this 12 minutes of writing. So this is my morning till 8:30 तक का schedule ये रहता है.
Okay. Okay.
So most of the days,
Yes.
this is almost everyday thing.
One last thing I wanted to ask is what is your next big thing that you are planning to do? Are you
So next big thing would be I don't know if I discussed Viral Script or not. So Viral Script is a
not on?
marketing agency
Yes.
that we've been building. So the next course of action is around Viral Script, building it into a bigger, better social media marketing agency, creating better content that helps brands grow bigger on social media and digital spaces. So that's
awesome.
my next project that I'm looking after now.
Yeah.
So
You can find Rohit on Instagram. He does have like the Viral Script and the other
Food Finder.
Food Finder group on the page. So do follow, do reach out if you're local in Bhubaneswar. So if you're in India, reach out to Rohit. If you're from outside also, reach out to Rohit. And
Absolutely.
it's an absolute pleasure to talk to you. We covered so many topics, and especially my favorite was Rohit's journey when he was starting and his iron mindset that kept him going even if he was not seeing any feedback on this front. That is what I'm going to take away, and I'm going to act on it. I'm pretty sure like you got a lot of action items, mindset shifts, and the habits that Rohit followed to become the content creator that he's today. And this young boy from Cuttack who dreamt of becoming a food, travel, lifestyle blogger is into like fulfillment because of his hard work. I'm going to put it in the description below of like Rohit's top mindset shifts that you can apply. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.